Hi there. Do you find yourself living vicariously through your phone or through social media? Do you find yourself being overworked, stressed out, or just stuck in a rut? Then I believe travel is calling your name. Studies have shown that traveling lowers your stress levels, improves brain health, and even decreases the risk of heart disease. Who knows what traveling can lead to? It could change your whole perspective on life and leave you feeling happy and less stressed. Who wouldn't want that? My name is Casey Cragen, and I would like to take this time to discuss all the different benefits you receive from traveling, along with some personal experiences, and most importantly, why you should travel. One of the biggest benefits that come from traveling is the health benefits you received. One of the health benefits is just, overall stress relief. Traveling leaves you feeling better rested and has overall positive effects on your well-being. Imagine being on vacation or traveling the world and being stress free. You're not strapped to a time clock, there's no emails to answer, phone calls to answer, you're at your own leisure. Studies have shown that individuals remain less stressed and maintain a positive mind even after returning from travel. These feelings can last up to several weeks, so even when you do return back to that desk and you're stuck answering the emails and phone calls, you'll remain in at least a positive attitude and still reminiscent about that trip you just came back from. Travel also increases your physical and mental activity. When traveling to new places, we are given the opportunity to be active throughout the day rather than simply sitting at a desk or remaining in the same daily routine. We're allowed the physical activity throughout the day, whether it's a walk on the beach in Costa Rica or stroll in the streets of Italy, you get to incorporate being physical without even realizing it. Not to mention the physical activity we get just going on the trip or vacation, going to the airport, going on the plane, any type of transportation, walking to a sightseeing place, anything like that. You're incorporating physical activity without even realizing it. Traveling also just makes you genuinely happy, from simply talking about and planning your trip to actually experiencing it. It increases your daily mood and also gives you something to look forward to. Who wouldn't want that when you're stuck at your desk answering an email or answering a phone call? At least you know your countdown is on, you have something to look forward to. So I'm sure you're wondering what are some other important benefits of travel besides health benefits. So let me explain what else they include. When traveling, we are allowed the opportunity to experience new cultures. This opportunity provides you with new languages, new foods, new traditions. So when you're on vacation, or traveling around, a language barrier can be seen as a challenge, but it's also a learning experience. So when you travel to a new place, learning the basics of the local language can be extremely helpful and is also appreciated by the locals themselves, which can make your experience a whole lot better. When trying to break through the language barrier, we are reminded of the importance of nonverbal communication. This is when body language and tone of voice becomes extremely useful. Another benefit is trying the new foods when you're away. You're in a new place, you get to experience foods you've never tried before, and you also get to expand your taste buds. You gain an appreciation for the culture's traditional foods. So one example that I thought was a traditional food was chicken parmesan, I think like most people. And when I went to Italy, culture shock, chicken parmesan is actually not their traditional food. Who knew? I was in complete shock when the menu was filled with, pasta dishes, and mainly a lot of seafood. There was, in fact, no chicken parm. Another benefit that we receive is that each culture practices different traditions. That's something that we're not used to. So, for example, in Bali, they honor the new year by participating in a 24-hour period of silence. They utilize this time to meditate, which is referred to as Nayepi. Their world becomes a standstill for an entire day. So, imagine just taking a full 24 hours to meditate and reflect on your life. Imagine what a stress relief that would be. Another type of norm or tradition that I wasn't aware of is that in most cultures, it's not actually expected to tip. Unlike in America, we are expected to tip, and as a server myself, as a bartender, I do expect to tip. So going to different cultures, I wasn't aware that that wasn't something that they expected. When we were in Cork, Ireland, we went to tip the bartenders, and they were very, very appreciative of it because normally they're not used to getting one of those. So at this point, I'm sure most of you have formed your opinions on your favorite benefit of travel. Curious to know what my favorite benefit is? So, traveling provides you with real life memories. The memories we make while traveling are something we get to carry around with us for the rest of our lives. Our memories become stories that we get a chance to retell and share over and over again with ourselves, our families, and our friends. When revisiting these positive, exciting memories, we get the opportunity to feel that sense of joy all over again. Who wouldn't want to keep feeling that joy? A favorite quote of mine is by Jack Kerouac. Because in the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing your lawn. Climb that goddamn mountain. I think that's pretty fitting. Most of the time, we're not going to remember the days that we were at work, or doing housework, things like that. So I think it is super important to plan that trip, go on that vacation. So another benefit is that memories can be used as a great tool, for future travels. So when I first went to Ireland, we had planned the trip ourselves. So we did, minimal research on it, figured out the places that we wanted to sightsee, different restaurants we wanted to go to. So genuinely, we got to see a lot of the things that we had on our list, but we certainly were on a time constraint, and we weren't able to see everything that we wanted to see, just because the way that we planned the trip itself wasn't exactly like the best way. So the following year, when I went to Italy, we went through a travel agent, who came up, with a complete itinerary, which allowed us to see everything that we wanted to see, have time for ourselves, shop, go to different restaurants, and things like that. So just looking back on that memory of traveling to Ireland, realizing the mistakes that we could change, we were able to incorporate those for a future trip, and that way it was better planned. So by now you can see the wide range of benefits that come from travel and overall why most people just love to travel. So I've told you about all the benefits they include, which is, the health benefits. It's such a huge stress relief. You're getting physical and mental activities involved. You get to experience a new culture, new foods, new traditions. And ultimately, you're making these amazing memories that are going to last a lifetime. So life is just too short. Plan the trip. Use that vacation time that you earned and have a chance to relax, de stress, and experience something new. Given all these amazing benefits, why wouldn't you want to travel? So start planning that trip and soak in the benefits that follow. I hope to hear about your next trip soon, and I hope it goes great and you receive all these benefits that I've talked about. For me, my next trip is going to be to the Dominican, and I'm going to Punta Cana, and I can't wait to de stress. Thank you so much for listening.